The young and the restless once had something promising in the Rosales family. When they first arrived in 2018, it felt like the show was building a fresh, modern core group with plenty of story potential. Fast forward to 2026, and that momentum is long gone. What started with energy and buzz slowly unraveled into missed opportunities, uneven writing, and, ultimately, a family that never quite found its footing. It all began with Arturo Rosales, played by Jason Canella. His arrival was, memorable, though not exactly in a way that set the tone for long-term success. His affair with Nikki Newman during her open marriage with Victor Newman raised eyebrows, but it didn't really establish a strong foundation for the character. It felt more like shock value than meaningful setup. Things started to look more promising when his sister, Lola Rosales, arrived. Played by Sasha Calle, Lola quickly connected with viewers. She had warmth, ambition, and a relatable edge as a chef, running her food truck outside Crimson Lights. Her romance with Kyle Abbott, Michael Mealer, had real spark, and for a moment, it looked like the show had found its next big couple. But then the writing piled on too much too fast. Within a short span, Lola went through near drowning, a life-threatening kidney condition, and one of the messiest love triangles in recent memory involving Summer Newman, Hunter King. Kyle marrying Summer so she'd donate a kidney, only to circle back to Lola, pushed the story into territory that felt more exhausting than emotional. By the time Lola and Kyle finally settled into a relationship, the momentum was already gone. Not long after, she was written out, and what could have been a long-term leading character just faded away. Then came Rey Rosales, played by Jordi Villasuso. As a GCPD detective, Rey brought a different kind of presence to the canvas. He was steady, moral, and grounded, which could have balanced the chaos around him. His complicated history with his ex-wife, Mia Rosales, Nomi Gonzalez, added another layer of drama, especially with her lingering feelings for Arturo. Mia, to her credit, brought fire. She was unpredictable, outspoken, and unapologetic. But just as quickly as that tension built, it disappeared. A pregnancy storyline tied to Arturo wrapped things up, and both characters were written out, cutting off what could have been a long-running, messy, and entertaining dynamic. And then there's the biggest what could have been of them all. When Eva LaRue joined as Celeste Rosales, it felt like the show was finally investing in the family in a serious way. A strong matriarch, a respected soap veteran, and built-in history, it should have anchored the entire clan. Instead, Celeste barely got started. A brief connection with Jack Abbott, Peter Bergman, went nowhere, and just like that, she was gone. Even more frustrating, the character's off-screen resolution. Reconciling with the husband who had abandoned her and their children felt rushed and unearned. It was a quiet exit for someone who should have been central. By the end, Rey was the last Rosales left standing. His relationship with Sharon Case, had potential, but it never quite reached the emotional depth or chemistry needed to carry major storylines. And once again, instead of rebuilding around him, the show chose to move on. Now, as of 2026, the Rosales family is essentially gone from Genoa City. Looking back, the issue wasn't the characters themselves. The pieces were there. A tight-knit family, layered relationships, cultural depth, and strong casting. The problem was consistency. Storylines started strong, but didn't follow through. Characters were introduced with purpose, then written out just as they began to matter. In the end, the Rosales clan didn't fail because they lacked potential. They were never fully given the chance to live up to it.